Today is day 38, and I have a lot on my heart today. I'm grateful that I have my radio show, because that's a place where I get to, talk some things out with my audience, and I so appreciate that time. There is an incredible storm outside today here in North Jersey, a torrential rain, and I actually love torrential rainstorms because there's something really powerful about the washing away that happens with the force of the rain. I mean, you cannot not give way to the rain because it's so powerful today, and it's coming down so hard, and the wind is blowing, and it's Mother Nature's way of transforming. You know what I mean? She's going from winter into spring. And it's a powerful reminder that, Mother Nature is always showing me the ease and the flow and the change of life. Yesterday I was watching my beloved friend Sasha Scully, S-A-C-H-A Scully. She is one of the members of the Flow group, and she just really poured her heart out in her video yesterday, and she talked about things that I'm really touched by. And she was talking about contentment. And is contentment an even real thing? And are we supposed to feel content? And she so bravely, and honestly said, I have everything that I need, and yet there's still this discontent. And so, for me, that is something I can definitely relate to, right? Sometimes we feel badly talking about our discontent, talking about wanting more. But what I'm here to say is, I talk about wanting more from a place of gratitude. I mean, I'm astutely and acutely aware of how grateful I am and how blessed I am, and I make it a point every day to count the blessings that are overflowing in my life. And let's not make this spiritual journey make us believe that we can't also feel this discontent. And I think, or discontentment, or whatever the hell the word is, but my point is that this is the divine nature. This is the creative energy of life that is constantly seeking an outlet. And so even though we're grateful, and even though we can say, yes, I'm content, we can also say simultaneously, and yet I want more. I mean, I think that's one of the things about being centered in the heart. You can feel connected and still desire more, because that thing within us is constantly seeking an outlet. And I think that the more you meditate, the more centered you get, the more aware you get, the more this discontent feeling rises to the surface, because that's our divine nature that is seeking to be expressed. So I was really touched by Sasha's honesty, and it's something that I'm thinking about today as the rain is just coming down in a big way outside. I'm also thinking about the old paradigm that is in our face right now, that is the definition of victory. Victory meaning divide and conquer. And, it is in our face today in a big way. And what I'm also here to put in my face is the truth of my being, which is that victory means unite and uplift. Divine and conquer is the old patriarchal way of living. I'm not talking about men per se. I'm talking about patriarchal as in matriarchal, a particular template by which we have been living, within which we have been living. And divide and conquer comes out of the patriarchal way. Unite and uplift is more of a matriarchal way. And though it is in our face today as if it is here to stay, I am choosing to believe that this is here so we have a reference point of what it is we truly want. Because for me, victory is not dividing and conquering. Victory is about uniting ourselves with each other at that most basic human level and uplifting everybody. Uplifting everyone with our gestures. You're given the privilege to represent the people, to lift up and help the most people. This is not a playground where you can work out your unhealed little boy wounds. I mean, it's absolutely fascinating. And here's the other thing too. You can't take down somebody's legacy. My dear friend Janet last night, man, when she gets in these places, she is laser sharp and genius. And she said something I told her I was going to steal and say today, and that's what's happening right now. But she was like, you cannot take down anybody's legacy. You cannot take down anybody's legacy. Though the idea that somebody's taking down your reputation, or the idea that what's happening in our country, that they're taking down, they're dismantling the former president's legacy, no, you're not. What you're really doing is you're creating your own legacy. And take a look at the actions that you're using to create your legacy. So there is so much chaos and change going on in our country right now, and there's so much energy around leadership. For me personally, in a way that I'm not necessarily going to go into right now, but what I want to say about leadership is this. It is time for me to take back all of my leadership energy to whomever and to whatever I've given it to. A path, a person, an organization, another person, a political entity, a leader. No. I'm taking it all back. This is the new paradigm, co-leadership. This is not about anybody doing my work. This is not about me electing somebody and then leaning back and either being happy with what they're doing or complaining that they're not doing it right. Co-leadership, creating a world that works for each and every person. You know, this idea of heading towards a perfect union, not to divide and conquer against each other, not to dismiss the weakest of us, but to work first with them, to help them first, our children and our elderly and the disenfranchised and the disabled. This is what this is about. So, my heart is full today. And, you know, I'm kind of used to that. Thanks for listening. This is day 38.